Welcome to TTV News with some latest events in Tay Ninh Province. The audience, according to the resolution of Tay Ninh Provincial Party Committee on Digital Transformation, the locality is aimed at joining the group of provinces and cities that have achieved good digital transformation by 2030.
The province tried to achieve an average level of indicators higher than that set out in the National Digital Transformation Program under Decision Number 749 of the Prime Minister by 2025. The program will focus on contents such as developing digital government, improving operational efficiency and effectiveness, developing of the digital economy, improving the competitiveness of the economy, and developing digital infrastructure, narrowing the digital gap. It's expected that by 2030, the province will fully form the foundation for the development of digital government, digital economy, and society. Striving to 2030, there are two districts, towns and cities, that basically achieve the foundation of smart cities. Each district, town, and city has at least one commune or ward to complete the digital transformation. In order to well implement the plan set out in the coming time on levels and ranges will strengthen propaganda and renew their thinking, as well as the awareness of each party member, households and business about transformation, about the application of digital technology in life production, commerce and performance of official duties. Besides, on levels and ranges must also conduct digital transformation on the basis of the national digital transformation ecosystem and digital transformation capacity of the province, mobilize resources to invest in developing technical infrastructure to meet local digital transformation requirements, speeding up the process of building digital government, developing digital economy and society, accelerating digital transformation in a number of fields such as health, education, transport, banking, and finance.
Tay Ninh Provincial People's Committee had just issued a plan number 1213 on the application of e-invoice in the locality. This is aimed to promote the development of e-government, improve the performance of state agencies to better serve the people. The duties of each department and branch are clearly stated. Accordingly, the tax department is responsible for proactively coordinating with the Department of Information and Communications, as well as with television stations and newspapers in the province, to promptly inform about the benefits of e-invoice and its new information. Reviewing each taxpayer to deploy and provide information on the implementation of e-invoice, notifying organizations providing e-invoice services to meet the needs of customers. The department will also establish an electronic invoice control center at the tax department and announce its hotline, lead and coordinate with relevant agencies to advise the Provincial People's Committee and report on the implementation of e-invoice according to regulations. Meanwhile, the Department of Planning and Investment shall coordinate with the tax department to notify newly registered businesses and apply e-invoice. And the Department of Finance coordinates with the tax department to advise and propose the Provincial People's Committee the funding to support the implementation of e-invoice. The Customs Department, the Market Management Department, and the State Management Agencies will prepare necessary conditions to be ready to perform the connection, look up electronic invoice, and serve the management. The Provincial Police Department needs to promptly grab a new form of fraud on e-invoice in order to gain illicit profits or appropriate tax money from the state to have timely solutions to prevent them. Particularly for the People's Committees of District, Towns, and Tay Ninh City, these agencies need to coordinate with local specialized departments to promote propaganda on the meaning and benefits of applying e-invoice according to the provisions of law on tax administration. On April 23rd, Secretary of the Ninh Provincial Youth Union Nguyễn Thanh Tùng had a working session with the leaders of Giang Provincial Youth Union to visit and exchange experiences in the youth union work and youth movements.
Leaders of the two units introduced about their own localities and units, about the new models, good practices in the care and promotion of youth. The leaders of Giang Provincial Youth Union highly appreciated the youth project, lighting up the border patrol role with solar lights of Tay Ninh Provincial Youth Union and the model launched by Tay Ninh Provincial Council of Ho Chi Minh Young Pioneers Organization. Meanwhile, Tay Ninh Provincial Youth Union was also impressed by the establishment of the Lighting Up Dreams Scholarship Fund and the Young Search Project, construction of free entertainment and activities for children conducted by Giang Provincial Youth Union. These achievements are highly appreciated by the provincial authorities at all levels and people. As part of the program, a training agreement was signed by the youth branches of the two sides. This is the basis for the two units to tighten solidarity and have more coordinated activities in the coming time.
Turn to other news. The farm economic model is currently most effective in places far from residential areas, border regions, and areas with large agricultural land in Tay Ninh Province, and the model is constantly being expanded. As of April 2022, Tay Ninh has 555 farms. According to the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, the average area of farms is relatively low, only 4 hectares per farm, but the revenue is about 2 to 3 billion Vietnam dong per farm per year. The best growing farms are located in places far from residential areas, border regions, and areas with large agricultural land, such as Tân Châu, Tân Biên, Bến Cầu, and Châu Thành districts. The farms have been linking large enterprises, supermarkets, green department stores, expanding consumption markets in many provinces in and outside the region. The farms are now gradually transforming the application of high technology in agricultural production, mechanization and automation in stages, close production and biosafety. In recent years, the farm economic model has been continuously expanded in the whole province. The development of the farm economy has contributed to helping farmers expand the scale of commodity agricultural production, improve productivity, and increase competitiveness in the market.
For 2 years since Trang Bang was recognized as a town, the living environment of the people in Woods, especially in New Woods, has significantly changed. Many roads in the residential area have become spacious, clean, and civilized thanks to the contribution of the locals. The people here also expect that their contributions will have Trang Bang town in its efforts to become a city directly under the provincial authority. I realized that Hòa Bình World has had changes. Currently, three houses are spending 200 million Vietnam dong to make a concrete road more than 200 meters long. It is very beautiful. They determined to make the road for their own enjoyment, to create a clean and beautiful environment for the remaining roads. People also agree they don't have enough money to concrete the road, so they only harden it, but they are also beautiful. The second route is nearly 66 million Vietnam dong, only 8 households. Mr. Nguyễn Quang Sa, also called Mr. Nam, an 85-year-old man living in Hòa Bình World, also said that this road was built by the donation of people. He himself contributed 35 million Vietnam dong, but if needed, he will provide an additional support. Honestly, everyone in my neighborhood is willing to contribute. The people in Long An neighborhood have spent nearly half a billion Vietnam dong to build a 1.1 kilometer long and 4 meters wide road. We also campaigned the locals to jointly install lights on that road. It must be said that the contribution of the people is very rich. They are willing to join hands with the government to upgrade the town to a city.
After 20 years of developing industrial parks, Trang Bang town so far has received many sweet fruits and is always in the list of localities with the highest budget revenue in the province. One of the important indicators of sustainable development is social security. According to Trang Bang People's Committee, for over 10 years, unemployment among the working age population almost no longer exist in the town. Right after the Lunar New Year, enterprises and factories in Trang Bang's industrial zones began to restore production strongly. Up to this point, the number of employees who have returned to work is equivalent to the figure before the COVID-19 outbreak in July 2021. Many businesses have expanded production, increased the size of factories, as well as attracted and recruited more workers. In order to keep employees working for a long time, enterprises always ensure welfare regimes for their employees, often higher than state regulations. Our goal in 2022 is to achieve a growth rate of about 40% compared to 2021, as well as to increase income and welfare regime for employees. Trang Bang's industrial zones have attracted most people of working age. Businesses are committed to ensuring a stable and long-term working regime for employees, contributing to stabilizing the life of local people. In fact, the operation of industrial zones has effectively solved the problem of local employment. Up to this point, laborers working in industrial zones account for about 2/3 of the labor force of Trang Bang town, about 40,000 people. For over 10 years, unemployment among the working age population almost no longer exists in the town because industrial parks needs a very large number of workers with a wide variety of vocational skills. Both non-professionals and manual workers are also attracted. Not only created jobs for local workers, the industrial parks have attracted and created jobs for tens of thousands of workers in provinces and cities with convenient traffic connections with Trang Bang town. Many businesses continue to announce their recruitment to expand production. According to the project on development of new industrial parks, expanding industrial parks in Tay Ninh Province in the period 2021-2030, Trang Bang will have a new industrial park and an expanding industrial park, of which TayNinhTV Industrial Park is operating effectively and has a policy of expanding its scale. This industrial park currently has more than 22,000 workers, most of which are local people. The scale of the industrial park is designed for about 50,000 employees. The area here is really convenient in terms of labor supply. That's because Trang Bang has been recognized as a town. TayNinhTV Industrial Park will also have resettlement areas and urban residential areas in the coming time, so it will serve the local supply very well. The development of industrial zones is expected to continue to be the driving force for rapid and sustainable local development. The scheme for the development of industrial zones has also taken into account the options for repairing labor resources. According to representatives of industrial zones, attracting and creating jobs for local workers is quite convenient, but only meets the unskilled labor sector. They suggested that Tay Ninh should pay attention to the training of skilled workers, creating an ecological environment to attract experts to work in the locality. Now the time is up for today's program. Thanks for watching and see you around.